So, what I want to talk about today is college. College is the most extraordinary part of some people's life. It can be the worst, the best, the happiest, the saddest, the biggest part of some people's lives. It is really a big deal. Everybody, when they're 18, they're deciding, should I go to college? Should I not go to college? Should I work? Should I go to university? Should I go to a community college? Everyone's mind is in a world about college. Let's rewind back to when I was 18 years old. If you didn't know, I'm 20, so that was 2 years ago. I was 18 years old in my senior year of high school. I was super excited, super stoked to go to college and embark on this new journey of my life. I had applied to so many places. I hadn't got rejected from one. I had my heart broken about that. And then I made the big decision of, I want to go to a historical black college. I want to go to this school because I've lived in a place where it was diverse, but I don't feel like I had enough attention, and I need to learn about my culture, my heritage. I want to learn more than Martin Luther King and Rosa Parks. Going off what people say about the school, I was so excited. I'm thinking this is going to be hype, this is going to be educational, this is going to be the bomb, and no, it wasn't. I got accepted, was so excited. My best friend was coming with me. I couldn't have asked for a better day. Got there to the school and everything was a dream. Was blown away. They had people up there introducing you to the school, telling you about the rich history, telling you why this is such a beautiful place to go. They walked us around the campus. The campus was humongous. It was beautiful. We met a couple of instructors. It just seemed like such a beautiful place to be. They were giving you college tips, and they were getting us all riled up and hyper. And when it was time to go, I honestly didn't want to leave. I was like, this is where I belong. August came around. It was a whole different ball game. We all broke apart. So we were in our own little pieces, and we were still trying to figure it out. And me, on the other hand, coming from high school being the bomb, in my opinion. Like, I had all the friends. Everybody knew who I was, and I knew everybody. I could go and drive anywhere, and everybody would be there. It was just like a party no matter where I went. I was never at home. I was always on the go. Always with my friends. My mom had to call me like, where are you at today? Well, what are you doing today? Because I was always gone, and I was that girl. And to be in a place where I couldn't make friends as easily as I did at home, I was just kind of confused. I was like, what? I remember distinctly one time I was riding the school bus, whatever you call it, and I was seeing this girl, and her nails were not cute. Like, to this day, them things was ugly, so don't flatter yourself. If you see this, don't flatter yourself. I was just trying to make a friend. I'm thinking like, well, clearly she likes getting her nails done. These are so extravagant. Like, she likes getting her nails done. So I'm like, ooh, girl, those are pretty nails. Where you even done that? It was like around the corner. And moved away from me. Like, literally got up from her seat and moved away from me. I'm thinking like, does my breath stink? Like, do I got crust in my mouth? I got boogers in my nose? Like, why you treat me like that? You know, that was real unnecessary. Real uncalled for. You're not cute. I turned to a man. They get mad when a girl don't holler at them. But anyway, that's not fun. So, yeah. And that was kind of like, okay. And everybody was like that from then on. Like, you say hey to some people, it's just like they made it seem like you weren't even worth their time. And then on to the teachers. The teachers were so professional. I remember one time my teacher got mad at a student for something so simple. I don't know if she was talking or what. And he got mad at her and told her, he was like, yeah, class is canceled for today. I'm so upset. And she was like, you gonna cancel class for that? You're so childish. You're supposed to be a grown man. You're supposed to be a teacher, and you're getting upset at me for something so petty. Well, she was being ghetto. But, I mean, whatever. As a teacher, you're supposed to have some thick skin. He was like, no, you know what? We'll stay in class today, but we're going to have a debate. And it's going to be why girls ain't S-word. Well, he said B-words. B-words ain't, and why niggas are. And I was like, are you serious right now? Like, why? Like, why would you say that? Like, everybody knows you're implying to her that she's a B-word. He was telling us that if he wasn't a teacher, he wouldn't even be there himself. He was like, this school is only a fashion show, but it's easy to get a degree here. So if you just want an easy way to get a degree, I mean, I guess stay here. But other than that, you're not going to find no true treasure here. I was like, what? Like, how would you say that? This is your job. Like, But I was like, whatever, I'm gonna put another past you now after that debate, because you're nuts. Like, I'm done with you. And then my science class, like, all her stuff was on the internet pretty much. Like, we would come into class pretty much to doodle on papers while she lectured on and on about nonsense in her life and her kids, just so that we could go to our rooms, and all the work, like homework, quizzes, tests, everything was to be done on your own time in the room. And I mean, that's only grounds for people to cheat. Like, I mean, she's a real MVP a little bit, because, like, thank you, this ain't my strong suit. I don't really rock with science like that. Give me that A real quick. But it was still like, I'm paying out of pocket about $1,000 or whatever it was for this class, and you're not doing anything. You know, I'm not really learning. I couldn't deal with her. And then my number one pet peeve or hate about was my African American studies teacher. He was so rude, and he instantly hated the book from day one. Like, the text that we were supposed to be reading from, he just looked at it and was like, ugh, they made a new one and I hate this one, we're not going to use it, and closed it like that. He was like, but you guys still need it because you're going to have work out of it, but I don't want nothing to do with this book. We're going to learn from word to mouth. I'm going to just teach you what I want to teach you for my curriculum. Like, what? Like, there was no, I was so confused. I'm like, why are there no regulations and guidelines that you got to go by for me to learn this stuff, so that way it's not just you pulling whatever you want to out your tail and telling me it. It doesn't make sense. So that was pretty annoying. And he always had conversations about how Jesus, yes honey, Jesus, like, what they got to do with African American studies. He was talking about how Jesus is a black woman, and how we were underprivileged all our lives, even though it's 2016, we're still underprivileged, and that we are lesser than white people, so therefore we have to excel and go above and beyond, because if not, we would continue to get ran over by white people. He was making everything black and white, like, literally. And we had like one white person in our class and one Mexican girl in our class, and he always made it awkward. It was always awkward for them. And I felt so bad, because I'm just like, you're making this into some segregation-esque themed classroom, and it's not like that. And I don't like to sit here and learn to be racist. I don't want to sit here and grow hate in my heart for another race because of something that happened so long ago. Some things you have to let it go. It's 2016. But he won't have that. So he would make us write papers and stuff, and all the papers would be pretty much like, pick a side and debate on it. But it's like, you could tell he graded you by the side you picked, not about how you wrote the paper. When I finally decided that I wanted to leave, I was part of this group where all the kids who had above a 3.8 GPA or something like that, we all were part of this. It was supposed to be like a fraternity, a co-ed fraternity of boys and girls. We were all supposed to come together and be a part of this thing. And I was like, well, I had researched, and I was like, well, I'm not going to pay my dues and stuff to be a part of this fraternity when it looks like I'm going to a school that doesn't honor this fraternity. So it's no point, and I don't have the money for it, so I'm not going to do it. But the leader of that, he was very attached to me and my roommate. So he had been calling me and was like, well, why are you not coming? Like, why are you not coming to the meetings? Why are you not participating? And I was like, because I don't have the funds to pay for it, and I'm honestly thinking about leaving the school. And he was like, what? And I kind of avoided him after that, because I knew how much pride he had in that school, and I didn't want to hurt his feelings, because I was going to leave regardless of what he said. So I kind of avoided him for a while, but I kind of got redirected back to him when I had a mentor, a crazy, crazy mentor. Granted, in the beginning, she was my girl. We was like this. I was like, this is my only other friend in my roommate right now, because this girl is so cool. She was like a junior. She was so smart. She had so much going for her. Still probably does. Like, she was a very smart girl. She was like kind of like my inspiration. But she was so mad that I was leaving, and I'm like, are you mad because you're not mentoring me no more? You're not going to get a check from having me under your name? Like, what's the issue? I don't understand. Like, I get somebody trying to stop you from doing something for your benefits, but when it gets to the point where they're starting to get mad because you're saying, I understand what you're saying, but I'm still going to leave because I'm depressed at the end of the day, and they're still fighting for it, it's like, is this your life or mine? Because I'm forgotten. I need answers, because I don't get it. Like, what do you mean? And she got mad, and she brought me and my roommate to his office, the leader of the group I was supposed to be a part of. And she said, "Hi, how are you today? Well, I just want to bring them to you because they're actually thinking about leaving this institution." And I just looked at her like, is this intervention? Like, Ashton Kutcher, please come out because I need some, you know what I mean? I need some, well, I don't even know what the word is, but I need something. I need answers. I need some receipts or something. What's happening here? And she's like, yeah, and they're both going back home because they said they hate it here. Because they said they hate it here, and they both got boyfriends back at home. And I'm like, what does that have to do with anything? So, of course, me being my educated self, I was like, thank you for sharing, but no one asked about that. And I was like, and yes, I am leaving, Mr. Sir. I was like, I don't like it here. There was not the Greek life here that was promised. There was no campus life here that was promised. I was like, the food makes me sick to this day. I can't even eat it. I was like, the people on this campus, they're not very friendly. This is not an environment I want to be in, etc., etc. I'm giving him the whole spiel, example after example, telling him how the teacher is unprofessional, how I just don't want to be here, and I feel like I deserve to be somewhere greater. And he tells us, well, you girls are making the dumbest decision that you can make. You're not going to find no other institution that is as great as this one. Good luck with all your life and endeavors. You're just going back to your hometown to have babies and be living in Section 8 and having the worst experience in life ever when you could have stayed here and got a good degree because you're not going to find it nowhere else. I was so appalled by him saying that. I'm like, what? Like, if I didn't want to leave before, like, if I was still second guessing it before I walked into here, you made my decision crystal clear right now. I am leaving this institution tonight. But at home to April 28th, my mom was so supportive. My mom definitely had my back. So I had to look through all my applications and figure out where it was that I wanted to go to school and what I wanted to do next. And I just decided that I didn't want to be in another university for right now. Currently in my second year of community college, almost a little bit behind, but kind of a bit closer to graduating and getting my associate's degree in accounting. So I say all this just to wrap it up and say, I want everybody, whether you're 18 and going to college, whether you're a junior in high school and you're kind of going ahead and trying to scope out what you want to do for college, or whether you're 19, 20, still in college and you're not happy with where you are, we're at the point where you're depressed and eating pizza every day and cold pizza for breakfast because you don't want to leave the room because it's so much negativity outside that door. This is for you. Everybody else's opinions and what their thoughts are, you know, it's cute and all that, but you got to think about it. At the end of the day, you live with yourself to your old and gray. These decisions are going to impact your life. There's not one road to success. There's many roads and many paths and many cutoffs to get to one path in success. You don't have to follow someone else's footsteps. It's not a one-way road. So, all their opinions aside, if you feel passionate about something, please do it. If something's not making you happy, please don't do it. Just stop and think about what you really need for your life, you know? It'll mean so much more. That's my big message to everybody today. I just want you all to know that. Please don't ever forget that, because I wish somebody could have told me that, because I would have never done it. I really thought that I had to do that because that's what you do. Like, I had no idea that I could have went to community college for 2 years, transferred out, and then went to school when I was ready, because I didn't even know what I wanted to do, you know? But all in all, every mistake turns into a good lesson, and I learned from it, and that's why I'm here telling you guys about it, because I want everybody to be happy, and I want everybody to work together, and I want everybody to be successful. That is like the ultimate goal in life. If you haven't already, go look at my old video about my pet peeves, or go look at my sister's video about her natural hair product. My mom should be posting something very, very soon. Don't think we left her out, you guys. She just has to get her master plan all together. So, yeah, bear with us. We're going to get it together. But thank you guys for subscribing, our little 3 subscribers. I see all 3 of you. Give all 3 of you a cookie. But yeah, we do appreciate you for all your support and love. Best wishes. I'm out of here.